Oh, this is great. This has literally been parked for like the last 2 weeks. Starts right up, no problem at all. And look at that. We're off, and it's delightful. If you've never driven a Land Rover Discovery or Discovery 2, you're really doing yourself a disservice. Like, they're their very own special little experience. And, yeah, there are more capable off-roaders, there are more capable road trucks, but it's really just all the miscellaneous little Rover quirks that make these enjoyable. And that all just adds up into its own nice little unique driving experience. I feel like a lot of people would compare them to like a Wrangler. And like those can be fun, but you're kind of just like bouncing down the road. It's more like rolling down a hill in a tin can. That's the Wrangler experience. And then you've got the canvas top all buffeting against the wind. I mean, if you're going 60, 70 miles an hour on one of those, you can't really hear yourself think. And this is, relatively comparable size and everything, except it has much more heft to it. I mean, it's a heavier vehicle, but it also feels like it. It feels more solid. It feels more confident, if you will. The steering itself. I mean, it shouldn't be as good as it is. There aren't really any blind spots any direction. And then we've got 2 sunroofs. There are skylights in the back corners. They're just awesome. And yes, all of this is very dated at this point. Very simple radio, very simple HVAC controls. I do have a nice little Christmas tree lit up on the dash. But I mean, we're in a Rover, so not just that, we're in a vintage Rover at this point. There's the 3 Amigos, hill descent control, traction control, ABS. I've got a red brake light, which I feel like I had this on my scanner a week ago, and I want to say it was just like a pad wear sensor. So, I mean, whatever, it's pads. I'll do that at some point. A nice cold AC, I've got a proper working radio, and I'm cooling down. That is lovely. And so we're on a crappy country road right now. If I were in a lesser vehicle, we'd be bouncing all over the place. And this isn't even an air suspensioned Rover. We're on just normal coils. And still very smooth and solid and comfortable. And most of my turn signals seem to be working. I'm sure probably the right one that's not working is probably the back brake. We'll have to have a look. But since that one has fallen off at this point, I think that's probably the most suspect one. And then the sunroof works. The back one doesn't do anything. I don't think I'm probably going to mess with that. I would like to make all of the windows work, because it's almost summertime. And really one of the best things is having all the windows down in one of these when you're cruising in the summer. Also AC on full blast, because I like to be comfortable. And these don't really make a lot of power. This is the classic V8. It's based off like a 60s Buick design that Land Rover bought all the tooling for. And they did different developments and stuff. Like, we've got fuel injection now. It's a 3.9 liter V8. They upgraded it to a 4 liter a little bit later without actually increasing the displacement. They did a lot of other revisions, so they wanted to rebrand it to be different. Still really just the same 3.9 liter. That's Land Rover. And yeah, brakes, those all feel nice. Yeah, it's actually daily driver worthy at this point. Our $800 knackered little beauty. Yeah, this is delightful. I'd like to do something with the steering wheel, because that does let it down. I mean, realistically, the interior cleaned up really nice. The dash isn't warped or cracked or anything. I mean, the seats have no major tears. This actually cleaned up. I thought the material was gone, but I had my detail guy just come through and do his best in here, and that's not bad. The headliner's still disgusting. So I think we'll just have to take that out and take it to a dude, have him do it. There's a retired old dude in the country that I like to use. And I took a full-size Range Rover to him, I don't know, 2 months ago, and I didn't even pull the headliner out for him. He pulled it out, he did his thing, all new material, 400 bucks, and it looked brand new. So I imagine if I take this one out and hand it to him, he'll probably give me a good deal. So headliner, steering wheel, and the interior will actually be really great. The windows, as you saw earlier, like all the motors work. So they're just, I don't know. We'll have to pull the door panels off and just see what has been done there, because they're all rigged to be up. The front right one over here, it actually is dropping a little bit as I drive, so that one is not really rigged into place very well. This one actually works properly via the button. The one bonus that you get with the Discovery 1 that you didn't get with the Discovery 2, at least in the US, is that the Disco 1 you could get with a manual transmission. And that took something that felt a little bit slow and asthmatic and made it, you know, you could actually keep up with traffic. Now, the Discovery 2s, they're actually just a little bit more drivable all the way around. The ones, they just didn't have as much power or torque or anything. But with that 5-speed, it was awesome. Yeah, this is great. Okay, well, I deserve a sweet, sweet Diet Coke for all my hard work. I will see you guys next time.